Hey everybody, welcome to EduMatch. Thank you so much for tuning in. So right now we have a really special episode featuring a really special guest. So I got to give it up for Mike Drezek. Thank you so much, Mike, for joining us.
Thanks so much, Sarah. Yeah, this is great. I've followed EduMatch for a while. I follow on Twitter and definitely has helped me professionally. So it's kind of neat to come full circle and actually be hanging out live here for a few.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And I'm super excited to have you on because I mean, you just do so much amazing work and it's just really a pleasure to chat with you. So I'm going to tell everybody a little bit about you. So Mike is the technology integrator slash teacher leader for the Lakeshore Central School District. He earned a BA in mathematics with second education certification from SUNY Geneseo. How do you pronounce it?
Yeah, Geneseo. Yeah, it's a state public school here in New York.
Gotcha. Geneseo. Cool, cool. And an MSED in educational technology from SUNY Buffalo State. He spent 10 years as a math teacher, and the majority of those as a team leader at Lakeshore Middle School. And it's his 14th year at Lakeshore and his fourth as a district technology integrator. So we're going to get into some of Mike's passions in a second, but just a couple of them just to kick it off. He's passionate about providing quality learning opportunities for educators and students. And he's also driven to help teachers step out of their comfort zones in the classroom and supporting them along the way. So, oh man, this is just amazing because I see that you're also like really down with the global collaboration, which is what we're all about here at EduMatch.
Yeah.
So it's so cool to have you on.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and I saw you got your PhD there out of the way. Congrats on that. And I believe I was watching a Periscope, and at some point I saw class of '99. Was at the high school class of '99. So that's me too. So
yes, I got something in the house at 5. Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, so that was a good year. And we even have a Prince song for us.
That's right. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, this is awesome. So super excited to chat with you. So could you tell us like who or what inspired you to go into education?
Yeah, I mean, I always I love school. I love going to school. It was never one of those things where I had to like fight my parents to get out of going to school. I will say that it didn't come easy to me. You know, I was never at like the top of the class or anything like that. I definitely had to work for it. And my mom was a vision teacher, so she traveled around helping students with vision needs. And my grandmother was a special education teacher. My grandfather was a business administrator and a superintendent at one point. So it was kind of always in the family, and it was always a priority, at the education. And I actually didn't have intentions to go into teaching. It was pretty interesting. I remember taking a picture. I was in math class. It was my senior year of high school in 1999. And I took a picture of the clock on my little Polaroid Kodak Fun Saver. And right when the clock struck 1:45, whatever time it was, boom, I was like, all right, woo, my last math class ever. And I was going to go. My father has a small business. He makes eyeglasses here. And that's what I was going to go for. I worked at his lab. I made eyeglasses. I loved it. I was kind of having fun. I get to college. I'm a biology major, and I start taking, it was like the labs and the sciences, and I wasn't feeling it. I don't know. It was so much reading and all that lab. Something wasn't right. And I needed the math requirements in that degree. So I'm like, you know what? This isn't for me. Switch to computer science. I'm like, I love computers. I love technology. I'm going to be a computer programmer. Still taking the math classes. And my math professors were like the best professors I had of all of the subjects. So I just got drawn into math. And at some point, I got thinking, like, what am I going to do with math degree? What do I want to do with math? And I was just pulled into the teaching. And I was fortunate. I was playing college hockey at the time at Geneseo. And I was fortunate I kind of went there for hockey, but knew it was just a really good school. I'm fortunate that they had a really good teaching and education school. And once I started taking some classes there, it just was like the perfect match. And I fell in love. So it kind of like, it really happened in college. I didn't know that I would want to be a teacher. I thought there's no way. And it just, stars aligned, and I ended up teaching math at middle school. Love middle school. It's another world, but I love it. And here I am, I guess, 14 years later. So I think it was, the family push and just like my passion to really serve others. I know at the high school I went to in Buffalo, we were big on service and serving others. So I knew, and my father runs his own business, and I know running a small business is you work for yourself and you're driven to earn as much as you can. And in teaching, I don't know, something about just helping other people that I just love. Helping the students, helping the kids. Every year is different. And I don't know, there's really no place else I'd rather be. I mean, there were some tough years where I was questioning if I was my first year of teaching, surviving that. That thinking back to that group. I mean, good Lord, but I made it through, and and then discovering Twitter and discovering a PLN, and I mean that was a game changer for me especially when I was questioning, like, man, is this really for me? And now it's just, I'm having a blast now. So I'm really glad I stuck with it, and it's definitely where I was meant to be.
Yeah, totally. And I was just like nodding my head the whole time because so much of what you said like resonated with me. It's just like, wow, like we can be on totally different areas and like still have so many similarities. So yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That is super cool. And also I enjoyed like hearing you tell your story because I had read a little bit about it, like because you wrote the foreword to Dean's book that's coming out, the YNU, that's going to be dropping April 2nd, I believe. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah, so definitely just wanted to remind everyone to check that
was fun. I mean, that's just another example of really like it's about the people. I got into this I'm doing a technology integrator, and so many, I know for teachers that want to use tech in the classroom, it's about like the apps, and it's the it's flashy and it's fun, but really it's like that human side of the tech and how it can connect us. I mean, and just being able to connect with someone like Dean, I mean, on Twitter, and we took a family trip down to Orlando, and it's like, hey, Dean, I'm in Florida. You want to hang out for a few? And we were hanging out in Disney for a little bit. It's just the people, they say Twitter won't change your life, but the people that you meet there will. I mean, that's so true. Some of the people there, they're just, you find your tribe and you get similar interests and passions, and it just kind of pushes you in an awesome way.
Oh yeah, that is so true. That is so true. I love what you said, that it's not about Twitter, it's about the people that you meet. So absolutely. So speaking of that, so you've been connecting with other educators, and you're very connected. You've been doing that for a while. So what are some things that you've learned like along the way as you've connected with other educators?
Yeah, I mean, just my journey. I remember I made my Twitter account in 2012, and I was still a math teacher at that time. And I'm not sure, I knew like everyone was on Facebook, and I'm like, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to join Twitter. And it was checking the sports updates and the celebrities and everything else, and really for news. And I didn't even think about using it for teaching. And I had gone to a workshop on flipped class, and it just like blew my mind. So I'm like, I got to flip my math classroom. This is like this. Why didn't I think of this? Oh my gosh, I don't have to be standing up in front of the room talking to the kids the whole time. This is genius. Excuse me. And it just led to like so many great conversations in the classroom. So then how I use social media started to shift, and I'm like searching on the flipped class hashtags. I'm getting ideas and resources. And when I'm in my own little suburban middle school in Angola, New York, and there's one other 8th grade math teacher on my floor, like to be able to go and find these ideas and find these people sharing, it totally like changed the way that I use social media and I connected. And it just helped me to like enjoy my teaching more and my job more. And I don't know. And it just kind of went from there. But, I do the Voxer thing a little bit. I'm in like a lot of Voxer channels, but I don't know if people even know I'm there, because it's like almost like overload for me, because I have 2 little kids at home, and it's just crazy busy. But I'll join like a book study, and then like I'm all in. And then I don't know why Twitter, I can just come to Twitter. It's easy. I can just say my thing and get out. And I don't know what it is. I'll get into Voxer more, I'm sure, at some point. I just did my first Periscope. I know some people talked me into doing Pass the Scope EDU. So I did one of those when we were on a mystery Skype. It was a lot of fun. I'll definitely I just love the idea of that, how it can connect us and how we're just kind of like opening our classroom to the world. I mean, I know there's always that fear of, I know that not fear, but it's the privacy concerns of students and everything like that. But I'm, on top of who has the right sharing permissions and things like that. And I just think it helps other teachers. I mean, it's like on the fly, on the spot, on demand PD, and it inspires me. So if there's one other person tuning in that says, this is cool, yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That just, that's it right there, so I totally feel you on that. So you're passionate about a lot of things. So what are you most passionate about, like in education today? Like maybe some strategies, tools, tips.
Yeah, I mean, I am obviously most passionate about anything that can connect people. I mean, that's like my driving force. I know my first year of doing this tech integration thing, It was a 1-year grant that the state put out, and it was for strengthening teacher leader effectiveness. And there was like a bunch of teachers in our district that applied for it. I had to interview, and going through that, I wasn't sure exactly what I was getting into in the educational technology. I think in the beginning, people thought I was there to like fix their smartboard or their printer or, reset passwords or whatever it was. But it's kind of shifted. I mean, I remember at one point asking my assistant superintendent to order some mini drones on Amazon. I was like, what are you going to do with mini drones? I'm like, you know what? We're going to code these things. We're going to fly them around through an obstacle course. But so I think like once I realized that you could just use technology so creatively in different ways, it kind of just, people don't even ask me to fix that. People don't ask those other simple things that it kind of started out as. And the global collaboration is really, that's my big time passion. I've met so many great people, and it's just amazing to see how other classrooms around the world are learning, how kids are developing empathy by connecting with other classrooms. My first venture into that was a program called LumenEd. And what they were doing, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it was the Bright Orange Box. And it was a startup. It was on Kickstarter. It was where I saw it. It was for schools, and they were building these 3G enabled projectors that would go into classrooms in India. So we sponsored a box, and we got partnered up with classrooms in India, in Delhi, and that were part of the Teach for India program. And there was like a dashboard, and we were able to have exchanges back and forth, and it was amazing. It was so cool. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. I never would have thought of using technology in this way. I mean, now these students that don't have any internet access in their school are getting connected. They're learning with us. They're going outside and showing us the games that they play in the courtyard, and our students are talking about the games that we play here in New York. And it just kind of took off from there. From there on Twitter, that's like I got into like the global ed hashtag, and I'm just like scouring that, like what kind of projects and activities are out there, because I not once have I gone into a classroom with one of these opportunities and have had a teacher complain. Like they like having someone there to help them with the tech side of it and making sure the tech goes smooth. But once you get over that hurdle and they realize like how easy it is to connect now with a couple clicks, I mean, it's the possibilities are endless. So. But that's my passion. I really like the makerspace idea, the coding and the robotics. I've done a lot of stuff with that. Game-based learning, done a lot of stuff with like Minecraft and virtual worlds. And I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm a squirrel. Like, oh yeah, that looks cool. I'm going to go do that. I'm just trying to dabble in everything. But I feel like I have to be ready to, if someone asks me something in a school district that's K-12, I'd like to have an answer, or to be able to go out to my tribe and ask, like, hey, what's out there? And so that's why I kind of just try to stay on top of it all. But it can get overwhelming. When someone said, like, being on Twitter is like drinking from a fire hydrant. So at some point, I just like to try to focus on a few things instead of trying to do everything. But
right, I feel you. And I was like nodding my head emphatically when you were talking about like how when you first got in there, people were asking you to like fix their printer, connect their, whatever. So I guess like inquiring minds, me, want to know how did that shift happen? Like what were like some things that got people to start seeing you in a different light?
yeah, I mean, going into some faculty meetings and like presenting and sharing with them, like last year, I would try to host like 2 different PD sessions every month. There were times where I set up shop in a school and I brought all like my gizmos and gadgets and different things like that. And I had let people pop their head in and ask questions about that. And, we use Seesaw for schools for digital portfolios, and just showing the teachers like how they can use technology differently. It's not just like marking up a PDF with an inking tool. We can get so much deeper than that. And I think it was just to keep at it and just to keep on, using the technology in the right ways that just starts to shift people's mind. And then teachers talk to each other. When someone does something fun, and because we have like, there's multiple teachers in a grade level, and I never want to be exclusive. So if you want to do something, hey, reach out. I've got you can book me calendar. You don't even have to ask, just book me. I will come to your room. We will make it happen. And I think it was just, eventually word spread. And now that we're in year 4, it really went so well. We have a second tech integrator, which is awesome because now I'm not on an island. I'm not by myself. So, and it's Susan Waltrich. She came out of the library. She's a library media specialist for our district, and she's fantastic. So it's nice to be able to have someone to bounce ideas off of and tag team on projects, or we're running in a million different directions at times. But I think it just goes to show that how we got away from just the simple, like, we're not tech help, we're like tech, I don't know, explorers. Like, we want to get deep.
I feel you on that. So that is super cool, super cool. So you mentioned Minecraft as one of the things that really interests you. So what's been your journey to using it like in your learning space?
Yeah, and I gotta say too, as we get into Minecraft, like, our administration has been so supportive of these ventures by going for the grant to get this position going. And it was actually our assistant superintendent, Melissa Burglar. She saw something that was going on about a Minecraft training. So she said, "Hey, do you want to go to a Minecraft training?" Now, I had never played Minecraft before. Any sport video games I played growing up, it was like sports games. I playing ice hockey, Madden football, all that. I wasn't really into those adventure games. And yeah, what the heck, I'll go. So we go to a full day Minecraft workshop, and we were there with a couple other fourth grade teachers that wanted to learn it. And we were laughing because we didn't know what we were doing. We're like drowning in the water in Minecraft, and we're getting dizzy. And we're like, how do these kids do this? This is nuts. But then, in the second half of the day, after we got our feet wet, they started talking about all of the educational applications to Minecraft. And that's what opened my eyes. Like, whoa, okay, now my head's spinning. Like, yeah, we can use this in class. So they got a cart of computers. They installed Minecraft EDU. This was before Microsoft bought it. And there's a guy, Antonio Scordo is a Minecraft trainer. He created a math world with his son. So there's houses and gardens and pools, and we brought this into the math classroom, and the kids are doing area and perimeter and volume, and they go on, and there's a wizard's tower, and they have to solve problems to earn building blocks to go off into the free build area. And it was really neat. The kids were so engaged. The room is just a buzz. No one's off task. Everyone, they're with their friends. Everyone's in that space. It's just amazing. And back to the global ed, at one point I'm just scouring the Minecraft EDU hashtag on Twitter, and I see a guy from Italy saying, "Hey, we want to do this global art project. Anyone interested?" I'm like, "Art? Okay, yeah." So there's a mod apparently called Creatables, and I don't know what I'm doing. Thank goodness that we have an awesome IT team, and the guy over there knew Minecraft. He played himself. So I'm like, "Hey, can you help me with a mod? I don't even know what a mod is. Can you put Creatables on our Minecrafts?" And there's a server in Australia or in Italy, and there's schools in Australia and all over the world that are getting onto this server. So my tech departments are like, "Are you crazy?" So Minecraft is like blocked by our region. They're like, "No way, we do not want kids connecting to these Minecraft servers." It was like housed in Germany. So I tried to explain to them what we were using it for. I mean, like a push. Eventually, they're like, "Okay, just leave us alone. We're going to open it up. You better be right about this." So they open it up, and the kids are taking pictures on their iPad of like their physical art sculptures. They're importing them into Minecraft, and they're like putting them on a gallery in the Louvre Museum that they replicated. And there's kids from Japan in there, and Serbia, and British Columbia, and Canada. And the kids are like walking around this art gallery. And my Twitter banner, I'll leave it up there as long as unless something happens to it. But the kids had to build their community in Minecraft, and I had a kid build Niagara Falls and put like a switch on there that shut the falls off, because that's what they can do when they need to service Niagara Falls in real life. They built a pixel art eagle, which is our school mascot. We have a Seneca Nation of Indians. Is a high population in our school district. They built their logo on the ground. They built a bounce house. They had a rainbow beacon lights. And it was just so cool. And then we could teleport ourselves to go to the Italy's community and Australia's community. And it was just like, holy cow, we're doing all of this in Minecraft. This is so cool. And there were kids on the server at the same time. So they're like talking to each other in the chat. I mean, and we didn't have any discipline problems. I mean, they were, because it was engaging, and they knew that it was special. We've even done regional like obstacle course build challenges with our local regional tech center, where the schools put together a team of 4 students. They go in a blank world. They're like essentially dropped into this world. They have an hour to build in Minecraft, and the other teams have 8 minutes to try to get through the obstacle courses. And they have like medals for the kids. They have Minecraft cookies and everything that the culinary students bake in the career tech ed program. Is really I don't know. We're doing a lot with it. And then there was a literature world. I know that same school from Australia had a server. They're like, "Hey, do you kids want to leave like book reviews in Minecraft and build the characters in pixel art and drop like a book review in a treasure chest, and the kids can go and pick each other's books up?" Let's go for it. So eventually I didn't have to I guess, defend why we needed Minecraft anymore in schools. You know, some teachers are looking at me like, what are you doing? What are they doing with Minecraft? But then at one point where I had a math lesson, I went in and I wanted the kids to do fractions. So we're building fraction models with glass and glowstone blocks, and every kid's like adding fractions in glass and glowstone, and they're going around and checking each other's fraction builds out. So I get geeky.
Yeah, that is super cool. You're like blowing my mind right now because I didn't even know that some of this stuff was possible. Like we have a Minecraft workshop that we're doing at work this week, and I'm super excited to go and learn. So now you got me like super pumped up about this.
Yeah, there's so much. And the thing is, like, I don't really understand it all. Like, and you don't have to. That's the thing I try to tell people is like, just if the kids will teach you, they teach me. Like, I ask them and they tell me exactly what to do. And I mean, I just let them go, just kind of get out of their way and be a guide on the side. And it's powerful.
Yeah, totally. That is awesome. That is awesome. So it sounds like you have like a lot of great things going on for you and for your school. So what kinds of things can we expect to see from you in 2018?
Oh yeah, 2018. So I've never been to ISTE, and I'm probably not going to get there again this year. It's just tough. My wife's a teacher as well, and she's still in school at that time. But I'm going to get to the Canada Connect conference. It's like Canada's ISTE. It's in Niagara Falls, so it's just a hop, skip, and a jump for me over the border. And I'll be presenting a session there called Digitize Your Diorama. And we had basically our students who built longhouses. I had them building them in virtual reality and co-spaces and coding their space. So some other teachers, some from Canada and some from the US, took them and used like Scratch and makeys and just bringing the physical diorama to life. So got that going on. But more global collaboration. We're doing some stuff with Beluga, doing a lot of stuff with Buncee. Just a lot of the tools out there that are, Flipgrid, our global classroom. I've got a little collaboration going with the teacher over there, Bronwyn Joyce, and then Melinda Hurt from over here. And just trying to get kids to share their voice to that Flipgrid and connect in that way. We've got this Trans-Pacific Padlet going with a school in Japan and some schools in Australia, which is pretty neat. So our kids were learning about Japan. So that right in Padlet now that you can record video, they're like recording their video and uploading, and they're having conversations with these kids around the world. It's pretty wild. So we've got that going on. What else? We have a global STEM hub going right now. The kids have their own blog, and every other month we draw STEM challenges. And this is in grade 7 science. There's the American International School of Guangzhou in China and some schools in Canada. And they actually, it's cool because the kids groups in solving these STEM challenges are not within their own class. They actually have to work with kids from the other schools and post the stuff to their blogs. And they also, this year we started a Flipgrid as well. So we're hitting the emoji reactions on the responses and trying to spark responses that were really good. So that's been a really neat project that started last year and has kind of evolved. That's what I love, is like the unknown. Like, I don't know what the rest of 2018 is going to bring, and that's kind of the fun of it too. The IT guy that's helped me with the Minecraft, since last year, we brainstormed about building this augmented reality sandbox, and it's almost ready. I know you may have seen them. There's like 500 in the world, and it uses Linux. And I think Berkeley started it. They put the source code out there. They give you the specs. It uses a Microsoft Kinect sensor and throws it down on the sand. So we have like water and lava, and we're going to use that into the science classrooms to do some stuff with topography. So that should be fun. Been doing some stuff with like Google Expeditions and Nearpod VR. Our high school kids right now are making a 360 virtual tour in ThingLink of their high school for the incoming freshmen. And we're linking like their Flipgrid responses to teachers. Like they're gonna go through the school in VR and meet their teachers. So that's something fun. I don't know. If an idea pops into my head, I think I just try it. I don't really do too much analyzing on if it how effective is this going to be. If it flops, then I'll scrap it for next time. But
yeah, that's definitely the attitude to have, definitely jumping in and trying new things. So that is dope. I love it. I love it. So many great ideas. Like I'm just super
they're not all my, like, I don't think I have original ideas. I get them all from Twitter and I just remix them or borrow them. It's always someone else that should get the credit, but
Oh,
That's the
I
best.
feel you. I feel you. But I mean, putting it into effect, like implementing it, then that's more than half the battle right there. So
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
just awesome. So thanks so much for joining us today. And how can people get in touch with you online if they want to connect with you?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. It's M_Drez, DREZ. And I guess I started that name just, I made that when I started my Twitter account 2012 and I just left it. So I probably should have rethought that. But oh well, it's when there was only 140 characters, I guess it only was 5 characters long. So or 6, it helped. Anyway, yeah, I have a blog at michaeldrezek.com. I certainly don't write there enough, but every once in a while I'll get something up there. So that's really it. I got my blog and my Twitter handle is really the best way to go. So
That is awesome. But thank you so much for taking the time out to chat with us today. It's truly, truly a pleasure to connect with you on here.
yeah, thank you so much for having me. This was fun. Yeah, I love watching these too. Like I'm sometimes busy on a Saturday, but when you have them, I always try to go back and catch the replay. It's just a great way to learn to see what other people are up to because that's where I get my ideas. Like I said, borrowing them from someone else. So keep the show going as long as you can because I love it. I love stuff like this.
Oh, thank you so much. Absolutely will do. So just wanted to thank everyone who will be checking this out later. So we're going to have it up and hopefully within the next few weeks, then it'll be available as a podcast as well. So in addition, tomorrow we're doing Tweet and Talk, 6 p.m. Eastern time, where we have Akila Ellison, who's going to be moderating a discussion on teacher well-being and joy. So definitely check that out. It's going to be a great episode. So everybody have a wonderful day and thanks for joining us.